Final Talk, Final Talk, Final Talk with Tavis, with Tavis. Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Vinyl Talk with Tavis, and I'm Tavis. Today's video is called What I've Been Listening to on a Sunday Afternoon. That's what it's called. And I'm going to share with you some of the records I've been spinning today. And before I get into it, I want to let you know that I appreciate you and I care for all of you, all of my subscribers out there. And I hope that you have been keeping those records spinning yourself. It's very important. It is. This is very important. This album by the Supremes, I Hear A Symphony, is their 8th studio album released in 1966. And we know that those hits from this album are I Hear A Symphony, of course, and My World Is Empty Without You, Babe. My world is empty without you, babe. And as I grow my way along, I find it hard for me to carry on. Dun, dun. I need your kiss. I need your tender touch. Did I say I need your kiss? I need your kiss. I need your tender touch. I need the love, my dear. I miss so much. Man, what a great album. I must tell you something, though. Let me be honest with you. There are a lot of covers on this record. I mean, they do Yesterday, All My Troubles Seem So Far Away. They do Unchained Melody. What am I just saying here? Let's just show it to you. There's a lot of covers on here, and it just seems to me that the best hits on here are the ones that came out. So I'm not really a big fan of the other tunes on here. I'd rather hear the original songwriters or the original singers of the songs do their songs. So I don't know what they were thinking, but those two songs, My World Is Empty and I Hear A Symphony, top notch. So I've been playing this. Let's look at the wonderful Motown label. I was playing this morning. Now, I love the Silvers. I love this album called Showcase, Cotton Candy, Boogie Fever. Oh, man. There's just a wonderful story about this family, and I want you to watch something. Imagine all of these people, or most of these people, back in 1958. Watch this.
I brought the whole family along.
Really? Yeah, I'll take the little one. I'll take Shorty here. Come over here, Shorty. He's pretty sleepy. Yeah. Now, you sit right here and behave yourself, remember. This is the only suit I've got.
La 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 la. La
La, la.
la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La
Wasn't that fantastic? Those kids were singing at a very young age. And they kept going, and they became even more famous with this album and other albums to follow. Of course, there's some history and issues that all families have, and they've since disbanded and they don't sing like this anymore. But this is a great album. The song Boogie Fever, I still want to boogie down. I still love this album. So I've been playing this today. Now we also I have Evelyn Thomas, who recently passed away. And I just can't get enough of the song High Energy. I just think that song is it just has that pulse and those funky, hard core synthesizer sounds. Just a great song all the way around. And the album is solid. And this came out in 1984. Yeah, I mean, this is a very good album. If you don't have this album, I would highly suggest it. I'm very proud of this record. But rest in peace, Miss Evelyn Thomas. Maybe you were a one-hit wonder, but you remain a wonder because your voice is incredible. And I know you're probably singing with the heavenly angels. They gained a new voice, and it's top notch. You are giving the heavens high energy. Yes, you are. That's a great song. Ooh, that's a great song. You can dance all night to that. And then I was listening to the Tramps today. I just love the Tramps. I mean, that Disco Inferno, man, there's nothing like that 70s disco beat with those hi-hats and man, and this man's voice, the solo lead, he sounds like he's preaching all the way through. Folks was banging out of control. It was so entertaining. That is when the boogie got soul. I heard somebody say, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, yeah. Burn the mother down. You can't tell me that's not a jam. It's still a jam. The Nights the Lights Went Out. That's a nice tune, man. Hook for Life, Disco Party. There's some great songs, man. And this is the best of the Tramps, so you expect every song to be top notch. And it is. Now let's move on to some CDs. I haven't just been listening to vinyl. When I'm driving in the truck of mine, I've been listening to this. Julio Iglesias. You can see the price is still on there. I found this at a thrift store for only 25 cents. But it has that marvelous duet with Diana Ross, All of You. It has a great duet with Willie Nelson. Is it To All the Girls I Loved Before? To all the girls I loved before. You know what? I wish that him and Celine Dion would have done a duet. But I know Celine Dion is dealing with those issues with the throat and with her stiff person syndrome. But she just did a great performance in Paris, France. So who knows? I don't know if Julio Iglesias is still singing, but they would have made a wonderful duet together. Have you ever thought about that? But this album, Bel Air Place, 100 Bel Air Place, what a phenomenal album. And this came out in 1984 as well. Wow. This is a great, great, great CD. I had it on vinyl, but I sold it for some good change too. Somebody really wanted it. And then, of course, you cannot forget about George Michael. You just can't do it. And this album here, Faith, it was 25 cents too. Father Figure, I Want Your Sex. Man, Kissing a Fool, Monkey. Really, every song is the bomb. And when did this come out? Was this 1984 too? 1987. 1987. What a great CD. And I think it's available on vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if it is or not. Let's see what the inside is. I know this CD is banging. It's banging. All these great songs. George Michael, what a fine man he was. May he rest in peace continually. Man, great music. Great CD. I still listen to CDs, y'all. Now don't let the Vinyl Talk with Tavis name fool you. I still listen to my CDs. Yes, 1987. He came out strong. Woo! Gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. I've also really been into Natalie Cole recently. I don't know what it is. I've been having this Natalie Cole fit, and I've been watching all of her interviews and how her album Unforgettable with Love, the tribute to her father, Nat King Cole, how that started, what stemmed that or what catapulted that that idea. She had a great show back in 1978 called the Natalie Cole Show. She did a special and she had wonderful guests on there. She had Earth, Wind, and Fire. She really was, she was just the queen back in the day in the late 70s, late 70s. But I've been really listening to this, Stardust. But this came out in, my heavens, when did this come out? Because I know that Unforgettable came out in 1991, I believe. But this came out in 1996. But Stardust is such a great album. Very mellow mood, with the orchestra. I know you're familiar with it. You have to be. But one of my favorite songs on this album, it has to be, oh, it's the first tune. There's a lull in my life, the moment that you went away. There was no night, there was no day. Na, 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 na. Oh, man, there's a lull in my life. Oh, what an album this is. I wish this was on vinyl. Okay? I would like this to be on vinyl. Natalie Cole, your team. Natalie Cole, you listening? Tell your team. Let your spirit move them. Put this on vinyl. I think it's worthy. I've also been listening to the Manhattan Transfer Vocalese. It's a very awesome album. Very awesome. Killer Joe, Rambo, To You. Oh, what a great tune. To You. Ray's Rock House. Ray's Rock House. That's my joint. House of Soul. Get my point. We don't care what's your blues. Come in here, lose your blues. When trouble comes a knocking, everything looks better while it's rocking. You know while there's trouble, while you're rocking. I sang that in college with the group. We were jamming. This came out in 1985. The Manhattan Transfer has retired from performing. Can you believe that? If you are Manhattan Transfer fans, you probably know that. I think they did their last show. Was it this year or last year? I don't know, but I don't think they perform anymore. And I'm Facebook friends with this lovely man, Alan Paul. So, wow. Yeah. Great record. Passed away. Then someone replaced him. I think ever since he left, Manhattan Transfer just wasn't the same. I'm going to tell the truth. The last record I've been listening to, or the CD I've been listening to, myself. I've been listening to this record. Now, let me tell you a story about this. My first album was Unity back in 2012. And I felt so good about that. It was my first album. I did everything. I produced it. I wrote all the songs, played all the instruments, did all the background, everything. Then I came out with this. And some of the songs were leftover songs that I didn't put on my first record. Some of them, of course, were new. And when I first did this album, when I released it, when I got the CDs, because I use CD Baby, and I felt like the mix wasn't right. I felt like my vocals were not in the forefront as much as they could be. So I sold all the CDs, and this is the only one I have left that's sealed, and I just don't want to open it. I have one that's open that I play in my truck. But I wasn't really happy with the mix, and I didn't promote the album as much as I could. And even when I released it digitally on iTunes and Spotify and all those streaming platforms, I brought them back in and told them not to release it. Then I remixed it and sent it back. And because of that, the promotion of the album wasn't really that good. But now, all of these years later, and I did this in 2014, 2 years after I did Unity, my first album. Now I listen to this with the mix that I felt was bad initially. It really sounds good to me. And I'm listening to myself as if I'm listening to someone else. I feel like it's not me. And it's just, and my favorite, I love every song on here. And and it's me, and I feel like that I can say it. You know, some people don't like to listen to themselves. I do. I like this album, Love Confessions. And it's available to listen to on all streaming platforms, because when I remixed it, I sent it back to iTunes. I sent it back to Spotify and all of those platforms. I never made a CD again with the new mix. But I love every tune. I think my favorite song on here is the remix of Being With You. Right, the last tune. It's just a remix. It's a dance tune. And I can listen to it to every destination I go to. I make sure I play that. It puts me in a really, really good mood. And I sing along with myself. Yeah, I listen to myself. I do. And that's a good cover. I love it. So that's what I've been playing, y'all. What have you been playing? Let me know in the comments below. And everybody, I hope you're doing great. And as always, with music, be inspired and stay inspired.